You're big and that. Lazy niggas just wanna piggyback. It's crazy. Praises niggas don't wanna give me that. Babies, I made a big impact. Straight from the pavements. If it ain't me, then who's got the payments? And man ain't gonna entertain that. Straight fake entertainment. Failures used to be soldiers. Jumped out the spaceship, thought we were aliens. Creep with the ghost, cause used could be Kanan. And no DMX fave used to be Damien. Bag of those flavors. Stand up with soldiers, and they owe favors. Better know that man ain't gonna take no. This is car man one, slag off man's alias. Break up the cookie them. We won't pray for the pussy them. Gunshot for you Peter Pans. Straight put a hook in them. Snakes in the grasses. Snake in the grass, get away from the darkness. Yeah, heartless, HB and arsenist. Stacy and shaking their asses. Yeah, the good as pum pum. She knocking that door like doo doo dum.
Morning PTube, hope everyone's good. Now, all this back and forth, shit campaigns, fucking. Do you know what I mean? How many of these shit campaigns have we seen realistically? I've seen many, fucking many. Now, Danny Roscoe put a video out. See, I'm not like fucking Jupiter or fucking whatever. For me, I'm happy to look at both sides of things or whatever. It's never been an issue. Wendy was a bit of a sneaky cunt. She's gone telling Jupiter yesterday, oh, Den said that he never played the DJE media video. No, Wendy, what I did say, there were several people on comments watching what was said and whatever, is Jupiter played the audio and chose not to play the visuals. Now the evidence was on the visuals, yeah? That's what I said she didn't play, she didn't show, yeah? So I could run that video now, and all you're gonna do is hear what's being said. So the visuals that are put up with the evidence on, obviously no one's gonna get to see. Now that's what Jupiter did, that's fact. Wendy, if you think I'm wrong, go through the 4.5 hour video and prove me wrong. Fact of the matter is, you won't be able to do that because that. Son of a bitch, I'm going up there. Fact of the matter is, you won't be able to do that, Wendy, because that's not what happened. Jupiter didn't show the visual evidence. Now, for anybody that has actually watched the video that DJ put forward, it's clear, fucking crystal clear, that the evidence put forward shows categorically that the pictures, the manhunt thing, the what AY looks like now or whatever, it's very obvious that it is the very same person. Now, considering all that shit's already been put forward and people have seen it, as of yesterday, still Jupiter was coming out with the narrative of, oh, there's no proof that that person is AY or whatever. Now, that's disingenuous bullshit. Sorry, but when you've got the video, you've seen the video, you've heard the video, and you've chose to hide the visual evidence, nah, sorry, you've got a narrative, everyone can see it. Only a dumb cunt would consider any more bullshit to come out of your mouth to be anything other than bullshit. And that's that. That is that. Now, as of yesterday, Jupiter was saying to AY, don't show them anything, why should you, blah blah. Well, it's one of them, innit? Let's have a line of consistency. You've demanded that DJE puts everything forward and proves this and proves that, but all of a sudden AY don't have to prove anything. Yeah? Now, that change of heart only seemed to have come out since DJE put forward that video with the evidence on it. So it's one of them, innit? People, I said this from day one with this, people will have to draw their own conclusions. One person seems to be putting everything forward, and the other person seems to be, well, it's not seems to be, apparently now the situation is, if you want to know whatever about AY or whatever, you've got to contact him in private. You've got to bring photo ID evidence, driver's license, a passport or whatever. And once he can verify that you are who you say you are, then he'll tell you and show you whatever. Now, I've not seen DJE do that. AY seems to have gone very sheepish around the whole situation at the moment, considering he was the loudest and he was the one that cast the first stone. Yeah? Now, we know why he cast the first stone, because Jupiter had already had a hate campaign for months before that. The hate campaign with Jupiter goes back over 10 months. Yeah? AY's only been around 11 months. So figure these things out for yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's not fucking rocket science. Now, to me, both parties are just two auditors that I've never spoke to, never met. And I've shared videos of both parties or whatever. Now, obviously, DJE's been around for a lot longer, has built up a channel over a longer period of time, and has probably over double the amount that AY has accumulated or whatever. Now, AY yesterday is saying that about 30% of his following on YouTube have had negative things to say or whatever, and there's a lot of people that are unsubscribing, etc. So let's just say it's 100,000. It's probably more than that now or whatever. I think he said 120 or something. But let's say it was 100 just to make life easier or whatever. He's saying 30%, blah blah blah. That's 30,000 people that have got an issue with him doing what he's doing, and some people are unsubscribing. That's 30,000 people. Do you know what I mean? Just let that sink in. Realistically, most people are saying, "Oh, it's childish, this, blah, fucking blah." And it's one of them, innit? What is the point to it, realistically? Now, I've seen with my own eyes, and I will put out the evidence where all this started and whatever. The shit with the attacks on Paul Thorpe, Candid with Lubna. It's one of them, innit? Associate these things, because that's what Jupiter's done. Paul Thorpe, Candid with Lubna, DJ Media, because he was a mod for Paul. The Viking, because I think he's a mod on there, and he's a bodyguard for Mayor Tusa. Do you know what I mean? There's like a big fucking list of people that Jupiter's got a gripe with or whatever. for seems to be pointless reasons or whatever. Now, you've got to bear in mind what I've said from day one or whatever. Jupiter has done nothing but cause problems, infiltrate channels, groups, this, that and the other, and just cause shit. Do you know what I mean? Play people off in the middle, turn one against another, play them both off each other, and inserts herself into the middle of it just to gain views from it all. Do you know what I mean? To try and pull fucking subscribers in or whatever. Now, out of all this shit that she's caused or whatever, she's got a grand total of 14 extra subs. Somebody had been watching things or whatever and was saying certain things on comments yesterday. So she's gained 14 subs. Now, AY shared Jupiter's the video that Jupiter did, the live that Jupiter did, the 4.5 hour thing. He shared it on that channel that's got over 100,000 subs or whatever, and the view count went up to about 280 or something. So out of all them people, that's how many people give a shit. Now, it's one of them, innit? Go and have a look at AY's channel, have a look at the comments where he shared it on his community post. Go and have a look at the comments. Then have a look at Jupiter's comments, the ones that she's not deleted. Now, AY saying, I don't even read comments. I don't delete comments, I don't even read them. But then in another breath, he's saying, well, I've deleted the ones that have mentioned the woman. So, bit of a contradiction, isn't it? How are you deleting the ones with the woman that's concerning the woman without reading them? Don't make sense to me. Now, like I say, I've seen so many shit campaigns. I've defended some of the shit campaigns when you know that it's bullshit and whatever. Look at all the shit campaigns on Danny Roscoe himself. Now, considering that video we put forward yesterday, and I have shared it with some wording to it or whatever, just to point out the hypocritical fucking bullshit from Danny Roscoe. Now, Danny Roscoe was the focus of the attacks. You know, he was the focus, his family was the focus of the attacks of people that he now sits with, people like Wendy Wee, that was quite happy to make out that Danny Roscoe was a fucking terrorist, sat with that wonky group making out he was a terrorist, a woman beater, to the point where he's had Prevent questioning his fucking children. You name it, they've done it or whatever. Now, to be sat with that very same fucking, you know what I mean? Wendy was a clear fucking active participant of that wonky group, that Hope Not Hate fucking shower of shit. Now, Danny Roscoe spoke out about Wendy, that's on video. Jupiter spoke out about Wendy, that's on video. And that's several times, you know what I mean? So, for the 10 months that Wendy was sat with all them, Roscoe and Jupiter was saying what I'm saying today. The difference is I've not changed my stance, because nothing's changed other than their seating arrangement. You know what I mean? Just because somebody's now not sat with him, that doesn't delete the fact that they was sat with him and an active participant for fucking 10 months. Do you know what I mean? During that time, Wendy also made out that Danny Tomo was a nonce and a paedophile. Now, even after all the evidence has come out and she's come away from that group and whatever, it was literally a week or so ago, more like 2 weeks I suppose, I'd have to pull the video back out, where I've been speaking to Jupiter and to Wendy when they dared me to come on the panel or whatever. It's on, I think it's on my channel anyway. You can can go and listen for yourself. Wendy was still saying that Danny Tomo is a fucking paedophile. Now, for me, it's like, how the fuck are these so-called patriots still okay with this situation or whatever, realistically? When Wendy is now still coming out with that all this time on, how can we just go, yeah, it's fine, you know, we're all patriots? Yeah, it doesn't sit well with me, obviously. Where was I? So, like I say, I've seen many slander campaigns, shit campaigns, whatever, and people have seen me take them apart, absolutely flat pack them and destroy the wankers, which was the forefront of that. So, and I've done that on many occasions, not because I need to, just because I simply can do, and don't like seeing decent people get shit on or whatever. Now, some of the things that have defended or whatever are people that, do you know what I mean, I've not got any ties to, I've not got any links to. Danny Tomo, it's one of them, innit? I'm not, you can have a look through my posts or whatever. I'm a big avid supporter of these people or whatever, not really. Have I really shared any of their stuff? Not really. But when I can see that somebody is actually doing something on the right side of history or whatever, and I can see that there's a shit campaign on it, yeah, I'll probably have something to say. Now, doing that doesn't bring me anything. It doesn't bring me anything good. It doesn't bring me, well, I'd say it don't bring you anything bad, but you always get a bit of fucking shit when you are taking down a team of wrongins. You'll always get a bit of shit thrown around or whatever, but do you know what I mean? I can take whatever's fucking thrown or whatever. These people are not credible to fuck all anyway, so either way, it's not going to make or break my day realistically, is it? And if it can do somebody a good turn, of somebody which I perceive to be on the right side of history, then I'll generally do that. I'm not hoping to gain anything from it. I've not got an active channel. I'm certainly not doing lives every day like a fucking job. Now, Jupiter on the other hand, do you know what I mean? She's absolutely desperate. You can smell the desperation on every fucking live that she does or whatever. I'm not being funny, but when you like resorting to love bombing people and whatever, it's proper beggy shit, innit? Now, we've all seen Jupiter, you know what I mean, proper with a tongue right up AY's arse or whatever, and she got what she wanted yesterday or whatever, do you know what I mean? AY shared that video, she got a grand total of 14 subscribers from it, which will probably unsub within a week or two, like the 1,000 people that subbed over the riots or whatever. Do you know what I mean? People see through these wonky cunts. You'll hear Jupiter say, oh, real recognise real, yeah, because I've said that many times. She picks up things here and there and tries to like assimilate to somebody that's fucking half decent or something. Real do recognise real, and real generally doesn't take them long to see through a shit cunt or whatever. Now, Jupiter has shown time and time and time again that she's an absolute shit cunt. Wendy has shown you that Jupiter is a shit cunt. The people that are actually sat around Jupiter now have all shown you that that Jupiter's a shit cunt or whatever. They've all spoke very fucking clearly about it. Why people are sat back around her now, You'd have to ask them. I ain't got a clue. Do you know what I mean? Now, Danny Roscoe, he's shown his true colours realistically. For him to be sat with Wendy and Jupiter now, and then when I've said certain things on his platform or whatever, when he was sat with Wendy and Jupiter, or, you know, making out you're going to smear their names or whatever. I'm not smearing, fuck all. I'm stating facts, you mad cunt. Now, I get it, it's a bit awkward for you that you're now sat with Hope Not Hate Wendy, that was sat with Hope Not Hate for 10 months. Forget that, it's a bit awkward, bit itchy, bit scratchy. But that's the fact of the matter, innit? So for him to then turn around and say, oh, you're a liar. No, I'm not. The evidence clearly shows with your own voice that I'm not lying, you daft cunt. So you just, when you do shit like that, you're shooting yourself in the foot. I'll just stand back and laugh and watch you bleed out. It's not, again, it's not going to make or break my day, is it? For me, it's just funny when people do some fucked up shit. Now, Danny's on his fucking grift of a lifetime or whatever. Do you know what I mean? He's now doing the, I'm going to save the country, everyone needs to get behind me. I would be very careful as to what you are, how you're going to support Danny or whatever. Now, I am very aware, and so are many other people, that the last time this trick was used or whatever, it was because Anne-Marie Waters is going to save the country, and she fucked off with £150,000 of supporters of Tommy after being directed to, oh, everyone get behind Anne-Marie Waters. She did fuck all, she fucked off with your money. She was connected to her close friend, Graham Craddy, who came away from Hope Not Hate. That's fact. That's not up for, that's not up for debate. That's documented fact. And like I said at the time, who's collecting the data? We were shown who collected the data, and that was bullshit. That video was debunked within less than 24 hours, to the point where Hope Not Hate Eric had to take that video down. Now, Jupiter ran with that video to try and prove I was wrong, but I wasn't wrong, was I? I was bang on, I was correct, and the facts are out on that. Simple as that. So, like I said, Hope Not Hate, the fucking doxing centre of Hope Not Hate, are the people that was collecting the data for that. So for all the useful idiots that paid, I think it was £30 to fucking support Anne-Marie Waters at the time, all your data has been collected and harvested by Hope Not Hate. That's fact. That's not up for debate. So I would be very cautious as to what it is that you're going to support and how you're going to support Danny Roscoe. Bear in mind, we already know that he's willing to lie. We already know that he's willing to sit with Hope Not Hate. We already know, due to the video that he put out yesterday, that he'll run with anything. Very similar to the hate campaigns that made him into a terrorist and a woman beater and all this shit. So, by all means, do what you're doing. If you want to support these wonky cunts, do that. It's not going to bother me in any way, shape or form. I'm not going to gain anything from it. I'm not going to lose anything from it. It is that simple. Now, it's one of them, innit? For me, I've said from day one, the political route is not a route that I would take anyway. I wouldn't encourage anybody to support anybody politically or whatever. I think it's the root of the problem, not the root of the solution. Simple as that. Now, for the people that think you can vote your way out of this situation and whatever, that's fine, that's your opinion. It's not my opinion. It's not the opinion of anyone in the know of the bigger picture or whatever, realistically. In my mind, anyone that thinks you can vote your way out of it, you're fucking delusional or something not right. But there's quite a lot of those people that are just going to fight for the next couple of years till you can all vote again or whatever, and they'll tell you to vote for this party, vote for that party. Nothing will change. Nothing will change anyway, so it doesn't really matter who you vote for, realistically. Now, the more parties, the more you dilute the numbers you've got. Now, I've supported many people along the way. People that was relevant at the time, which are less relevant now. Every step that has been taken needed to be taken to get us to the point where we are now, where actually, you know, it's not hundreds, it's not thousands, it is millions of people that are now awake to the problems. So every step that was taken, every people that was supported along the way and whatever, do you know what I mean? There was necessary steps to get us to the point where we are now. Now, that's not me trying to, oh, I've done this, I've done that. I've supported many people, and that's all I've done, supported relevant people at the relevant time. And for me, do you know what I mean? I've got a clear conscience at the end of the day. I've tried to steer people away from dangers and problems, and I've tried to get people to support what's necessary and what's real, what's in the way of bringing light to certain situations or whatever. And again, it's not brought me anything, it's not taken anything, it's not made or broke my day in any way, shape or form. There was never an intention to gain anything out of these situations or whatever. It's cost me a fortune to do what I've done, all over the fucking gaff, supporting this, that, the other, up and down the country, fucking you name it. Do you know what I mean? I've supported it or whatever, and it's not a cheap thing to do. It does cost you a lot of money. I don't do a Jupiter and just, oh well, you know, if it's on my doorstep I'll support it. Jupiter's been to a grand total of fucking 2 demonstrations. She makes out to all the following, oh, you know, I've been to loads of fucking demonstrations, blah blah blah. She ain't been fuck all, she's been to 2. And she's been to 2 recently because she's trying to build herself up, to make herself a name, this, that and the other. But she can't, do you know what I mean? She can't, like, justify the people that she's still around. Not being funny, but when the facts are out and you now know that these people are collecting data, these people are working hand in hand with Hope Not Hate and all this shit and whatever, it doesn't look good this far forward that you're still sat with them and you're still protecting them, they're still behind you, you're still having your strings pulled. And to see people like Danny Roscoe and other people, which I'm not even going to bother fucking naming, kind of supporting that and facilitating that, and then giving these people a fucking high visibility vest and putting them in a position around that or whatever, you're just defaming what you're about. So for me, it is what it is. People will see these things for what they are. Some people will not see things or whatever and will be duped, will be used, will be the people that get the data collected, etc. And it's unfortunate, I guess, or whatever. But that, you know what I mean, that doesn't fall on me or whatever. That falls on the people that know but carry on regardless. So all this with AY and whatever, Jupiter's going to keep her tongue up that arse or whatever, and get everything that she can out of that situation. The first person that comes along with something more prosperous than that, she'll fucking drop that like a hot potato and move on to the next one. We've seen it time and time again. Now, for those that are that bothered or whatever, yeah, you can send your photo ID to for a private fucking message to AY, and he'll tell you what you already know. Anyone that watched that video of DJE that put forward the visual evidence and whatever already knows, so you don't need to contact AY for fuck all. You already know. Do you know what I mean? Now, to me, it's neither here nor there. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got some sort of a fucking, well, not everyone, but a lot of people have got some sort of a something in the past or whatever. All this information that gets dragged out of these situations of one person against another or whatever, realistically, who's the information going to benefit? Is it going to benefit the Patriots? I doubt it. Is it going to benefit the wonky left? Obviously. Now they can stand back and point a finger and go, oh look, this one's a shit cunt for this reason, and that one's a shit cunt for that reason. Blah fucking blah. Now, it's one of them, innit? You could watch something on TV or whatever. Who, you know what I mean? Who actually sits back and go, oh, well, who recorded that? Can we look into their, can we look into them? Can we look into the fucking family members and the friends around these people or whatever? Nobody does that. But on YouTube, on the internet or whatever, it seems to be a big thing of people doing that. Now, people can draw what they want from these situations or whatever. Draw your own conclusions regardless. When you're around these weird little sticky fucking clicky groups or whatever, you get drawn into like the group A, group B fucking mentality or whatever. Very tribal. Those people, for me, realistically, do you know what I mean? I don't see them as people that you would kind of want around a situation, to be fair. I prefer people that can just kind of be able to stand on their own, stand on the fucking principles and whatnot, the morals, etc., and just keep it to a reasonable level, reasonable standard or whatever. Do you know what I mean? The right intentions, etc. Now, when you do that, you don't get drawn into the tribalistic bullshit which is rife or whatever. When you just want the best things for the people, the country, whatever, people you don't know. You know what I mean? It is what it is. For me, it's always been about the best for all of our children and the future generations. It is that simple. People's existence, ego, whatever, it's not important. It's not relevant to anything other than themselves. Now, people would have seen it many times or whatever, when people build up. As soon as you get to a certain level, like, the ego goes through the roof, and all of a sudden, they think the Billy Big Bollocks, this, that and the other. I've seen many people come, and I've seen many people go with the tail between their legs. And I'm sure there'll be many more or whatever. Now, Danny Roscoe, for me, once you've seen somebody's true colours and the things that they are willing to do, they're willing to jump on the back of a hate campaign. When they've had hate campaigns run on them, you just got to see it for what it is, innit? Do you know what I mean? And you got to look at their intentions. What is it they're hoping to get out of the situation realistically? For Roscoe, it seems to be money. It seems to be money, doesn't it? It's one of them. Danny Roscoe's been offered the conversation with several people that know as fact that voting doesn't work. It's actually counterproductive or whatever. But obviously, when you can see the pound signs, you're going to be. Some people are going to be more willing to ignore all that and think, well, you know, I'm going to get paid out of this. Again, Amory Waters got to walk away with £150,000 of fucking genuine supporters' money or whatever. And to me, that's a crying shame. Yeah. All these efforts and whatever, for me, are just put in the wrong place. There don't seem to be any want for solutions or whatever. Even down to Tommy, do you know what I mean? He's been offered and shown, you know, this is how you deal with the problem. This is the solution to the problem. This is how we hold the government to account. Use the law, use what's in place, and that's how you deconstruct what they have put together to keep you trapped in this fucking ongoing shit fucking situation. Now, when people ignore that and just keep building this and building this and building this and whatever, and there's always like money around it or whatever, you've just got to see it for what it is. Now, the genuine patriots which can see the problems and the solutions, they always seem to be ignored or whatever. Now, I'm not saying I've got any solutions or whatever. I haven't. I tell you now, I haven't. Tommy's never promised you that he's got a solution. And I can tell you fucking loudly and clearly, Tommy has not got any solutions. All we're going to do is keep going to, okay, we've had 2 million this time, now we'll have 5 million, then we'll have 6 million, then we'll have 10 million, then we'll have 20 million people behind us, and you've still not got a solution. So where does that end realistically? People are now talking about violence or whatever. Are we ready as people to move forward to violence? Who do we think would have large caches of weapons? Would it be the British public? Or would that be people that have been importing guns like some people import drugs for generations? All you have to do is have a look over Europe or whatever. Any mosques that have been searched and whatever seem to have massive caches of assault rifles, etc. Fucking all sorts of fucking weaponry and whatever. So it's one of them, innit? If you're going to promote war and violence and this, that and the other, you've got to weigh up the situation. Are you in a fucking position to do so realistically? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Yeah, I just don't think people are looking at the bigger picture in reality, to be fair. It's all good and well saying shit, but do you know what I mean? Doing things is very different to just talking shit on a stage, realistically. Now, for me, that's why I've been more looking to be inclusive to everybody, because there's decent people in every community, and there's going to be a minority of shit cunts in every community also. Now, when you've got nearly 200 types of people in the country, I think you should utilise them people, include all them people. Once you've got a mass of people which are happy to have the open honest conversations and kind of call out their own bad apples from each community or whatever, that's where you're going to find solutions to the problems. That's where you're going to find the people that are actually willing to look at how to deal with the problems, which we all agree on. It is that simple for me. And again, I'm not going to gain or lose anything from that. You'll have Jupiter saying, "Oh, look, he's he's Asian persuasion. He's talking to ghosts and his wife's Muslim or whatever." Just pure shit. You know what I mean? I will speak to anybody. It is that simple. It's not gonna affect me in any way to have a open, honest conversation with anybody by doing that. It's one of them, innit? I could have a conversation with, let's just say, Ghost, for instance. I could have an honest conversation with him. We might not see eye to eye on certain things, but you might have people around that thinking, well, actually, I agree with that, and I can see his point on that, and I've never thought about it this way or that way. And then you might find a middle ground. It might be one person, it might be 3 people, it might be 300 people, 3,000 people. You don't know, do you? There's nothing lost, and there's nothing, well, there's nothing lost, but there's everything to gain. Look at it that way. Now, Jupiter, everyone can see that she's getting more and more and more extreme every day that goes by. It's like she's trying to prove a point or whatever. Now, to me, it's not a case of she's trying to prove a point, realistically. It's that she's trying to build a false facade of what she wants to put herself out there to be, which we all know that she's not. I'm not being funny, but the past history, the recent fucking history, whatever, shows us what Jupiter is. She's a fake it till you make it, beggar, fucking troll. Do you know what I mean? That will sit with anybody today that, you know what I mean, has caused literally a world of problems. Even when it's her own family getting attacked, she does not give a fuck. You've seen Jupiter throw her own husband under the bus so she can get back on a panel. Oh, you better get back out there and apologise or whatever. You're making it hard for me. I can't jump on this panel or that panel now or whatever. To the point where these people are like, do you know what I mean? They're just an embarrassment to themselves and to anybody around them. Not being funny, but when you throw your own family under the bus so you can get back on a panel, it doesn't really sit well, does it? Do you know what I mean? There's only certain people that are going to think, yeah, that's fine, that. And those people, realistically, would you want around you? Nope. Now, for me, these auditors do everybody a good turn. They're getting out there. Again, it will cost them money to do what they're doing, getting out there, travelling here, travelling there. Nothing's free, is it? Fuel's not free. Food when you're out and about, sometimes hotels, etc. None of it's free, it costs you money. Now, they're doing that. I don't give a shit if they're getting donations or, whatever it is, fucking super chats, blah, blah. I couldn't give a shit. It's neither here nor there. If they can make a few quid for doing what they're doing, good on them. It's neither here nor there to me, is it? I think the auditors are casting a much bigger net. They're catching people from the left, the right, and everyone in between, and waking people up to what's actually going on. So they will always get massive respect from me. It is that simple. And again, a lot of people have got some sort of a past or whatever. It's not relevant. It's not relevant. What is relevant is what they're documenting, what they're showing you. And if that can wake more people up or whatever, then that's a good thing. It is as simple as that. Now, I don't dote on every word of any person, any auditor or whatever. Jupiter is desperate, proper desperate. You can smell it. You can smell it through the fucking internet or whatever. And you will see, guarantee with time or whatever, you will see what Jupiter does. As anyone new comes along and whatever, she'll jump from fucking person to person to person, continuously trying to push herself up or whatever, not realising that by doing the things she's doing, she's literally dragging herself lower and lower and lower. She's in the gutter at the end of the day. She's a bottom feeder. Yeah, she's shown everybody she is a bottom feeder, a fucking snake. And for anybody that wants to be around that shit, do what you're doing, innit? Do you know what I mean? That group, that little fucking so-called community or whatever, it's not getting any bigger, realistically, is it? Even when she ties herself to people that have got 100,000 fucking subs and this, that and the other, it's not really doing you anything, is it? Like I say, go and look on the comments. It's all, you know, why are you two acting like this? It's very childish. We've got real problems in the world. Not being funny, but, you know, I'm not subbing to that fucking random, which is Jupiter or whatever. People can see what's worth their time and what's not worth their time. It is that simple. Now, again, I'm going to put a link to the DJE Media. I'll put it there for you, Wendy, seeing as you want to try and make out things are different to the way they actually are or whatever. Look at the video, which I'll put a link to. Go and watch all Jupiter's 4.5 hours of bullshit and whatever, and you show me where Jupiter's put forward that evidence. You will not find it because she did not provide it. She purposely hid it, and as of yesterday we're still making out, oh, there's no proof been shown, blah blah blah. Yeah, here it has. We've all seen the proof, we've all seen the evidence, we all know the actual situation. You carry on in your world of delusions. You're just showing everyone what a disingenuous fat piece of shit that you actually are. Simple as that. Now, you've had Wendy saying she like hears what she wants and twists it or whatever. So when I've said to Wendy, when she's come out with, oh, you're sat with Hope Not Hate Moon, I've said, well, Moon's not sat with Hope Not Hate for 10 months or whatever. She'll take that and go, oh, well, you know, I'll just take them words, I won't take the words that you've said after it. You know, so I would have said to Wendy, well, Moon's not sat with Hope Not Hate for 10 months. That was you. She'll miss off the that was you and just run with the bit she wants it, you know, as if Moon has sat with them for 10 months. Knowing full well she hasn't, but Wendy has. Do you know what I mean? So these people are proper disingenuous pieces of shit. Now, I'm happy to keep tripping these fucking delusional fucking trolls. I'm happy to keep picking it apart and keep ripping them apart. It just shows anybody decent around. It's one of them, innit? I don't know who these avatars are or whatever. There might be some decent people in amongst that, so if I can highlight certain things to them, then I will do. Simple as that. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Hope everyone's good, hope everyone's well. Look after each other, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.